So here we have a matter in iManage Work Web, and I'm going to browse through to my contracts folder. And in my contracts folder, you can see I have a set of sample contracts that I'm going to be using to show the integration with DocuSign. The DocuSign integration is really simple. You right-click on a document that you want to send to DocuSign, and off the right-click menu or the kebab menu, you get sent to DocuSign. And then we start interacting with DocuSign. So at this point, I have a few options. I can just go ahead and create the DocuSign envelope. I can pause and create a draft and come back to it a little bit later on. And I can also add additional documents from other matters to this envelope. On the screen, I can search through any documents that I have added to this envelope and remove them if I need to. So when we go ahead and create the DocuSign envelope, it will take me into DocuSign. So we are now logging in automatically to DocuSign. I don't have to leave iManage at all. All of the core DocuSign functionality is here. So as DocuSign gets updated with key functionality, or if I'm using DocuSign templates, or if I'm storing DocuSign contacts, all that kind of stuff is available for me here because I am just looking at DocuSign at this point. I'm going to add a signatory to the document, and I'm going to go ahead and add a signature block. Again, because this is called DocuSign, I could add multiple recipients. I could start my DocuSign workflow. You know, somebody needs to sign, somebody needs to review, etc. But I'm going to keep it very simple, and I'm going to scroll down to the signature block. And let's just throw some fields on here so you can see that it all gets populated as it normally would, and I'm done. So DocuSign is going to send that email off for signing. I'm taken back to a DocuSign status page, which is going to refresh in about 30 seconds, and it's going to show me the status of the document. While we're waiting for that, I'm going to jump across to my inbox, and here we can see I have a new contract for execution. So this is the recipient's view, again, standard DocuSign. They're going to go ahead and review the document, and they will have a look at it and continue. And then, as we know, they can go and sign through DocuSign and finish it. But before I finish it, I just want to show you that the status in my DocuSign screen inside iManage has been updated. So now the status is showing as waiting for sign. So at any time I can come back to the document from iManage and have a look to see what the status is. I never need to go into DocuSign itself to see what the status is. So let's go back to DocuSign and finish off that contract. There we go. And that will trigger another email into my inbox. There it is. And this is typically where the problem comes in, right? So I've got a signed contract sitting in my mailbox. It's up to me to do the right thing and move that document back into iManage. And often we find that people don't do this. It just sits in their mailbox and doesn't get put back onto the matter file. There's a huge risk there, obviously, as well as a data leakage concern. So the DocuSign integration is going to go ahead and connect to DocuSign on a schedule and find any completed contracts, and it's going to automatically import those contracts into iManage for me. So if I go ahead and just refresh my DocuSign screen, you'll see that it is removed. I can go and have a look at the completed envelopes, and there is my contract for execution version 6, number 6 PDF has been completed today. From this screen, I can go ahead and view that iManage document. If this was an envelope that was still open or in status, was in draft status rather, I'd be able to go ahead and edit it or add additional documents to it, or delete the envelope, or etc., or send it off for signing. So I have full control over the envelope directly from within the DocuSign integration. So let's go and have a look at that document. So here is, I just want to refresh this quickly. Here is the document that I sent off. If I have a look at the properties of the document, you'll see that there is now a related document, which is a PDF. And that PDF is going to be put into my documents folder. So if I go and have a look at the documents folder, there is a contract for execution number 6, the PDF, which was created today. I'm just going to download and show you what that looks like. So we'll go ahead and open it up. It's been topped and tailed by DocuSign, so it's got the DocuSign envelope ID in it automatically. And if we go right down to the bottom, you'll see the signature block that's been completed. And right at the end of the PDF, we also have the DocuSign certificate of completion that's been appended to the signed contract. So all of these things are configurable, right? So you don't need to have the certificate appended to the PDF. You could have them as separate documents imported into iManage if you wanted to. The completed PDF, the completed signed PDF rather, could be brought in as a new version of the original document. In my case, I've opted to put it as a new document in a different folder, but related back to the original document. So really simple, really easy, it just works. A great thing about this is that it is a zero client install integration. It all runs out of iManage Web and Work 10. You don't have to deploy any software to your desktops at all. There is a server component, a very lightweight web server component, and a couple of Windows services that handle the connection and synchronization with DocuSign, and also store the statuses of those documents. So really easy to get up and running. If I wanted to check the status of any of my documents or envelopes across a matter, regardless of who submitted those envelopes, I can come into the matter level, and here I have a view or update matter little label, which can be renamed. And if I go ahead and click on that, I get access to additional information about the matter. The key thing that we're looking at is the DocuSign integration. So all these things down the left-hand side here are modular components of Trinergy Work Easy, and the DocuSign integration is just one of those modules. So if that's all you licensed, you would just have the DocuSign integration available over here. So straight from here at the matter level, anybody that has access to the matter could go ahead and have a look at the statuses of envelopes that are still in play, whether they're waiting to sign, or they're still in draft, or completed, and they can get access to all that information. Again, they don't have to ever go to DocuSign to have a look at this information. It's all held and presented directly within iManage Work using the Trinergy DocuSign integration. So I've shown you everything from the web interface. Everything that we've done is also available in the Work 10 client. And we also have a version of the DocuSign integration available for FileSite and DeskSite.